Sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you are notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love and support you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about this song that has been all over by just saying, like, a lot of people got so many things to say about it. And to some people think, like, they are associating crime with race and all that. And there's some kind of being able to recognize cultural stereotype and social construct. And, the whole thing is just like a bit off because, so we're like, we need to talk about just saying, like, his racist dog whistle, which means that the lyrics probably did not go well with a lot of people. And some people think, in his song, he was talking about black people and crime and all that. But then some people were like, why are people reading meanings into it? Like, everything is not all about race and the rest of it. And like, some people are reading so much meaning into the song. And a lot of black people actually spoke on it, and they were like, no. I have watched this video and I have seen the song, and I do not think there is nothing like that. The song just talked about the city and the things that happen and all that, talked about Black Lives Matters and the rest of it. And still, I don't know, but I think even talking about this and all that is more like promoting this man's song and all that. Whether you think it's about race or you think it's not about race and all that. But then I really do want to know what you all think about this song. Do you think it's, the song is red to the face, or you think, there is nothing wrong with the song? Because like, I don't want to say what, like, I am just like standing in between, just bringing to you because this particular one, I really don't know what to say on it. And I am asking you, what do you all think about this? Let me know in the comment section. So straight up, I am rolling there.
So are we going to talk about the racist dog whistles in Jason Aldean's new song or no? Because this shit's got me fired up. When I tell you there was a visceral response to hearing this song for the first time today, I mean that shit. After listening to this song one time, the references that I heard were nods to sundown towns and lynch mobs. And actually, this song is a great example of how you don't have to mention race at all for something to very obviously be about race. So the song is called Try That in a Small Town, and if you're with me, you already know where this is going. So right out of the gate in the first verse, he's talking about very stereotypical crimes that you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Like carjackings and robbing liquor stores. Who talks about those crimes? Sounds like he got his inspiration for this song from Fox News. And then he goes on to say, cuss out a cop, spit in his face, stomp on the flag and light it up. Yeah, you think you're tough. Who could he be talking about there? Because I guarantee you it's not the people from the Capitol. So then we get to the chorus. And this is where shit just gets wild. So he says, well, try that in a small town. See how far you make it down the road. Round here, we take care of our own. You cross that line, it won't take long for you to find out. I recommend you don't try that in a small town. Tell me that that is not a reference to sundown town behavior. You cannot convince me otherwise. So then we get to verse 2, and it just gets more unhinged as we move forward. He says, got a gun that my granddad gave me. They say one day they're going to round up. Well, that shit might fly in the city. Good luck. Like, speechless. This part had me speechless. Because who's been talking about the resistance? And demographically, who usually lives in cities? Black folks. The answer is black folks. And then it goes through that sundown town chorus again. And I just can't get the picture out of my mind when he says, see how far you make it down the road. There is a scene in Lovecraft Country, if you've ever seen that show, where they're in a sundown town and they get chased out of the town. And like, literally, that's all I can picture when I read that line. So then we get to the bridge where he unironically burned it to the ground with this song. So he says, full of good old boys raised up right. If you're looking for a fight, try that in a small town. I feel like I could do a whole separate video on the historical context of what the good old boys means. Because if you search that term and the history of it, there's lots of different meanings from different areas of the country about what good old boys means. But when I hear that phrase, all I can think of is a group of white vigilantes who's made it their sole mission in life to keep black folks in check. Should I do a part 2 about the music video? So are we going to talk about the racist dog whistles in Jason Aldean's new song or no?
No, but I'm about to talk about how you just exposed yourself. See, Jason Aldean never spoke about an actual black person in any of his lyrics. What he talked about was people who steal, people who carjack, people who burn flags, and you interpret that as he must be speaking about black people. You just exposed how you see black people in this country, madam, not him. Don't you just love when liberals expose themselves? And I don't even listen to country music. So no, I'm not speaking as a super fan. I'm speaking as a logical person. Keep it up, wokies. I'm just getting started.
So are we going to talk about the racist dog whistles in Jason Aldean's new song?
No, we're not, because he didn't talk about race or anything else. He talked about stuff that you attribute to black folks, but he didn't mention race at all. Listen, I've listened to the song. I've downloaded it. I read the lyrics. Nothing in there pertained to me, and I'm as black as they come. What did he talk about? He talked about disrespecting the flag. He talked about crime. He talked about the Summer of Love riots. He talked about disrespecting the police. Now, if you attribute that to black folk, then that's on you. But he didn't mention black folk anywhere in that song. So if for you to attribute that to black folk, that's a reach for you. He didn't talk about sundown towns. He talked about small towns. In the South, there are small towns, okay? Listen, I live outside of New York City. I live in what would be considered a small town. None of that applied to me. Zeke Arkham, got your 6.
So are we going to talk about the racist dog whistles in Jason Aldean's new song or no?
Hey, I listened to the song and I watched the video. I think you reaching big time. Like what I got from it, he was talking about the Black Lives Matter protests, how they were looting cities and burning down cities and shit like that. Pretty much saying like you did it in a big town, you wouldn't be able to do it in a small town. That's what I got from it. And in the music video, I seen more white people at the protest than I did black people. So, and I feel like you can't be a hypocrite. Like the music we listen to is so degrading to our society. Like they tell our women that they're thoughts and fuck a nigga, go chase a bag. They tell our men to kill the ops. If you ain't from around here, don't come around here, sell drugs, all this type of shit. So you can't be a hypocrite. Everything ain't gotta be about race. You know, there is some racist shit out here, but everything ain't gotta be about race, man. Come on, man. Better together.
So I guess since that video hit 1 million views, it's time that we actually talk about the music.
So, look, it's in Tennessee, okay? It's at the Maury County Courthouse, and I get what you're saying. You want to talk about one mob lynching in 1927. I get it. I understand it. You're literally piecing together shit that he probably never thought about. Or me. How about we talk about the 1946 Colombian riot there? What about that? You don't want to talk about that. You just want to talk about the one lynching there. Which, by the way, find a courthouse in the fucking South that doesn't have the same shit, if not worse, records of shit like this. This is such a reach. And it's so crazy that you can read every lyric of the song. Never does this man ever talk about race. He talks about how people in the country care for each other. How we don't give a shit what you look like. Nothing. What your name is, nothing. We care about who you are, what's your character, and we're going to love you even if we don't like you. Because where I'm from, it doesn't matter what you look like. It matters your work ethic, who you are, your character. And I'll always combat dumb, ignorant videos like this. Because you are, that's such a reach. 1927. 1927. Damn near 100 years ago. -4. That'd be 96 years ago. And if you look at the lyrics, just read the lyrics without thinking to yourself that everything in America is wrong because of race, okay? Read the lyrics and take race out of it. Then come back to me. I'm so fucking sick of that. Listen, this is the biggest reach. And I did a video on her verse video, but this one right here, she's clout chasing, trying to get some followers. I get it. And at the end of the day, though, ignorance, just pure fucking heck. I would love to sit down and debate you anytime on a podcast, whatever. And yes, I've been on a few podcasts. I was in the Marine Corps, and I did a specific job in the Marine Corps, so I can get us on the podcast. We can talk, and I'll teach you about Southern history and how wrong you are. I'm not going to say it on here because they'll take the video down, even though it's true. But just know your ancestors were sold by your ancestors and bought by a lot of your ancestors. Either way, I'll leave that right there. And Jason Aldean, keep doing your thing, man. Fuck it. Fuck this woke shit. Fuck all this. This is nothing but a distraction. It is nothing.
So are we going to talk about the racist dog whistles in Jason Aldean's new song or no?
No. We're going to defend Jason Aldean all day. What he said in that country song is true. Try that in a small town. A lot of people are there looting and rioting and different things like that. And ain't nobody want to say it. And they know it's happening. But they just want to put it on racism. It's people like you are the real racists. You know why I think you're mad at yourself? And I'm going to tell you why. Ain't nobody told you yet. You're fat. That's why.
So are we going to talk about the racist dog whistles in Jason Aldean's new song or no?
Hey man, let's keep it 1,000%. This song has been championed by a lot of conservatives, right? For obvious reasons, right? We all know that conservatives are very, very adamant about their love for this country and patriotism and things like that. I have no issue with that at all. If this song was championed by a different political party, this would not be an issue. Nobody would be walking around calling this song racist or not. If we were in a different climate racially, right, where over the span of the last 3 to 4 years, where we've just seen all types of crazy stuff going on, the BLM protests and riots and all that crazy stuff that's been going on, you know what I'm saying, the things that took place with George Floyd and things of that nature. If none of that ever happened and this song came out in a completely different landscape, in a completely different political environment, political climate, this song would not be making headlines as a racist song. But because over the last 3 to 4 years, maybe even longer than that, the media has programmed us to see everything through a racist lens. And a lot of times, sometimes we can't even think for ourselves. We have to let the media tell us what's racist and what's not, instead of going and investigating for ourselves, right? I went and I read the lyrics. I didn't find anything racist about the lyrics at all. The lyrics was pretty clear cut to me. It's pretty much the, new mess around and find out what we gonna do to you down here in this small town. Here's my other point that really pisses me off, right? If you think that this song is racist and you think that Jason Aldean is talking about black people in this song, it says a lot about how you think black people act. You're pretty much projecting that only black people are the ones out here cussing out cops, spitting in their faces, stomping on the American flag, lighting it on fire, doing all types of crazy stuff in this country, right? If you think that this song is racist, you're pretty much co-signing the fact that, oh my God, black people do that. That's racist. You are the racist. The white people, all races have ethnicities, whatever your skin color is. they've done crazy stuff to the flag. There are countless videos of white people spitting in cops' faces and doing all types of obscene things to cops and things like that, spitting on the flag, burning it up, right? But because, once again, of this climate that we are in right now, right? Because of this political climate that we're in, because of the racial tension that's going on in America, it's like the media is forcing us to see everything through a racist lens. And if you continue to live your life like that, you are living in complete fear and bondage to the system. They're pretty much telling you how to think and how to act. Take the blinders off, cut the tentacles that is around your mind, and get free. Everything is not racist. Right now, we're living in assuming that Jason Aldean hates black people. I don't know Jason Aldean from a can of paint. So I'm not about to sit up here and assume that his intention is to be malicious and blatantly racist. We got to stop this, man. We got to stop. We talk about all unity and all this, blah, blah, blah. But we turn around and we cancel everything that looks racist, right, without having a conversation. And then this is the crazy part. Even if we do afford Jason Aldean a conversation to explain himself, people are still not going to believe him, which is bad. It says a lot about the mind state and the mindset of people, man. Our minds have been so polluted by the media that we can't even think for ourselves. We can't even see this world for what it really is. We have to go and we have to find problems. We have to go and find racism when it's not even there. Stop peeling back layers and blankets and all this stuff to prove that it's racist. We got to do better. I wasn't even trying to go long on this video, but it was frustrating me. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Excuse me. This is all I got from the stitches, and I mean, the controversy is just like, when you open the internet, like a lot of people got different opinions and all that. Some think it is right to the season, some think it is not, some think some people are the ones trying to dig out, things by themselves and all that. And I see a lot of black people actually defending him, saying that people are the ones trying to create problem where there is no problem and all that. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I already don't know what to say on this, but then it is me giving opinion on what people are saying and the rest of it. And absolutely, I want to know what you all think about this. And do you think it's red to the seas, or you think, there is something behind it, or maybe he was talking about, because even I saw so many white people also, trying to read meanings into the songs. Some white people were like, it is a little bit red to the seas. Some people were like, no, there is nothing to, it was just a song, and it is people are trying to, interpret it, excuse me, in a wrong way. And trying to also let some people know that everything is not about race and the rest of it. And even if the man probably comes out to probably still explain himself and all that, it may still not go well with a lot of people and the rest of it. So I am actually asking you, what do you all think about this song? Because yesterday, all through yesterday, I was supposed to report this yesterday, but man, this is me bringing it today. A lot of people have some, when you open the internet, it's about his song, people's opinion and what people think about it, because the song actually immediately it hits, got so many views and got a lot of people talking, both black and white. A lot of people are brown. A lot of people have been talking, weighing on this and what they think and all of that. And then there is something that I need to say. One of the men that spoke actually called that lady fat. I think that is a very horrible, I don't know, but it's really not a good thing. You can try to point out that she made some point that it's probably wrong and that did not go well, but calling her fat, that it's kind of a bit off. This is where I'm gonna draw the cut and see you all in my next video. Bye for now.